Hi everyone, I'm Michael, this is Punk is Folk, and tonight's album is from my personal favorite band. How's everyone doing tonight? Tonight's album is from a little band from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, named Antiflag. Live Volume 1. This is the reason I love hi-fi. This is the reason I love good audio equipment. The ability to take a well-recorded live album and allow me to close my eyes and feel like I'm at the show again. Especially with bands I've seen live. I just really like being able to replicate that, even more so with all the shit we've been going through in the past, year and a half. Haven't been any live shows, so I haven't been able to go see anybody play. When I got into collecting records, this was the first album that I really tried to track down because it's not currently being pressed. There's not a lot of availability on Discogs. I got lucky and was able to find one from a company called No Spirit Records in Germany. So this one was actually pressed by Little Red Rocket Records. I'm assuming somewhere in Germany, I'm not real sure. But also from AF Records again in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I think this is the 4th record I've done, and 3/4 of them have been from AF Records because I like AF Records. They do a lot, and they do a lot to support up-and-coming punk artists. As you can see, I have many Anti-Flag albums. This is my favorite. I mean, kind of just because I picked it up from Germany. It was the first album I had to chase down. But it was recorded in LA, a live set, and just the raw emotion that this band is able to put into a show. I mean, if you've never seen them live, I definitely recommend it. I know they're playing some festivals in the fall, so it'd be a good time to get out and see them. Yeah, just raw emotion. Justin is an amazing artist. Chris is an amazing artist. Pat's an amazing drummer. Chris Head is an amazing guitar player. They just bring it every single show, and this album faithfully replicates that. Like I said, I can put it on, close my eyes, and it's like I'm there. Super well recorded, it was pressed well. I can't say enough about this album. When I'm feeling like listening to music, this is generally the first thing I go to. This or Frank Turner live in Newcastle, also really good. But we're talking about this one. This is my favorite album. Now, everything can't be your favorite, Michael. This is my favorite live album. This album drips with passion and fury and love. Just everything that the punk scene is supposed to be is replicated here. They can go from angrily screaming to making sure you're making friends with the person next to you. making sure nobody's getting hurt, and it's all recorded here. It really is just like attending a live show. I'm not going to go through the songs. There's songs that, if you're familiar with the band, you've heard before. If you're not familiar with the band, this would be where I would recommend starting. And if you've never heard of the band before, this version of Brandenburg Gate, it's a song on the album, is where I would tell you to start. I just love everything about this performance. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't want to gush. Anyways. Anti-Flag Live Volume 1 is the first album that I wanted to tell you guys about. Check it out. It's available on every streaming platform. It is available pressed. It's available on their Bandcamp page. I believe I'll have to check, but it is. The second album is a 2-song EP that Anti-Flag put out with some collaborators in 2020. It's a charity album. It goes to help some very good causes, again. So it's Anti-Flag with D-Wayne, Marcia Richards, Halise Delegary. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, and I'm very sorry because she has a voice like an angel. It's A Dying Plea, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I feel like I forgot to mention somebody that people know. Oh, Tom Morello is on here as well, from, again, a lot of bands. Rage Against the Machine, Audio Slave, Tom Morello and the Night Watchman. The new song he put out with, two new songs have come out from Tom Morello recently. He did one with Pussy Riot called Weather Strike, and one with K.flay, which they're both amazing. So check those out as well. But again, A Dying Plea, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Mine, actually, I didn't get that one out because it's black, but this one, is a smoke gray with black speckles. The proceeds to this record go to help 4 charities. sisterspgh.org. It's a drop-in shelter, an emergency space for trans women in Pittsburgh. That way they have somewhere safe to go. sorry.org.uk, which is an outreach group that provides help for victims of hate crimes. So, yeah. Don't see why you wouldn't want to support that. The Justice LA Coalition, which provides outreach and advocacy for the families of those incarcerated. I don't think anybody's arguing that we have a problem in America, and a lot of the times the people who are most heavily affected by our prison system are immigrants, people of color, trans people, people with mental health issues, substance abuse issues. We tend to lock those people up instead of offering them a fair chance or the services that they really need. Sending someone to jail for making a mistake isn't always the right answer. I would argue it's rarely the right answer. Treating the underlying condition, treating what caused that action. that is. We need to be helping people instead of just throwing them behind bars. And then My Block, My Hood, My City provides outreach to students who are in communities where they might otherwise not have the same opportunities that children in other communities would have. So they take them on trips and help them with schooling and show them the things that more privileged students get to see naturally and can take for granted. These kids may have otherwise never had that opportunity. So if you can get it, buy it. Again, supports good causes. And speaking of charity albums, the Punk Rock Saves Lives album that I had discussed in a previous video is still available for pre-order. So again, highly suggest getting a copy of that. Goes to a very great cause, and one that's dear to me. Anyways, have a good weekend. Be safe. And sometimes we can get a little out of control with our celebrations here in America. So hope to see everybody next week. Have a good night.